Hello, hello. Are you all ready? I'm sure you're waiting for the economics class. But before starting the class, I would like to share a small thought. It's about divine protection. Our lives are not lived out on our own, all alone. The Lord is with us. He holds our future and our safety in His hands. Our deliverance is assured because the Creator is our helper. Who created us? God created us, and God is our helper too. The Lord will keep us from all harm. He will preserve our souls from all evil forever. So, my dear children, you just have to believe that God protects us and preserves us from all evil and dangers. Have a blessed day, children. Did you go through the fifth chapter video lessons? In that, I have explained the classifications of market. Market on the basis of area, on the basis of time, on the basis of quantity, and on the basis of competition. And I said that we will be studying in detail about the market classification on the basis of competition. So, based on the competition, market is classified into two: the perfect competition and imperfect competition. In the imperfect competition, we have monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition. So, these are all the forms of imperfect competition. So, let us study the perfect competition today. So, what do you mean by perfect competition? Perfect competition is ideal but an imaginary market. What do you mean by that? You cannot find 100% perfect competition. You cannot see it, but it is an imaginary market structure. So, what are the salient features of perfect competition? So, did you understand the term perfect competition? Can I explain it again before getting into the salient features of perfect competition? Perfect competition market is that type of market in which there are large numbers of buyers and sellers. First one is there are large number of buyers and sellers. Just imagine a rice to be an example of the product sold in the perfect competition. How many buyers are there for the rice? There are innumerable. How many sellers are there? There are innumerable. So a perfect competition has large number of buyers and sellers, and they are engaged in buying and selling homogeneous product at uniform price. And there is no artificial restriction in this type of market, and the customers, the buyers and the sellers have perfect knowledge of the market at a time. So let us see the salient features of perfect competition. I will be explaining the same points again. What are the salient features of perfect competition? Large number of buyers and sellers. That's the first point. A large number of buyers implies that each individual buyer buys a very, very small quantum of a product as compared to that found in the market. So, what do you mean by large number of buyers? First, this point buyer. Large number of buyers. The amount of commodity that we buy in the market is very, very small when compared to that found in the market. I asked you to just imagine rice. How much rice do you purchase every month? Maybe 10 kgs or 15 kgs. But how much rice is there in the market? It will be in tons. It will be in 1 million ton. Okay, it will be in tons. So the amount that each buyer buys in the market is very, very less when compared to the total product available in the market. Similarly, large number of sellers means the amount, the share of each individual seller is very, very small quantum of a product. This means that the buyer or the seller have no power to fix the price of the market. So, like how many, innumerable buyers, there are innumerable sellers. நான் திருப்பி உங்களுக்கு இதை தமிழில் சொல்லேன். அதாவது அரிசி ஒரு மார்க்கெட்டில் இந்தியாவில் அரிசின்னு சொல்லப்போனால் கோடி டன்னில் இருக்கும், டன்ஸ் கணக்கில் இருக்கும். அதில் நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு ஆளும் வாங்கக்கூடியது எவ்வளவு? ஒரு மாதத்துக்கு மிஞ்சி போனால் 5 கிலோ அரிசி வாங்குவோம். அதே மாதிரி செல்லர்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. எத்தனை செல்லர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க? நிறைய செல்லர்ஸு. அப்போ மொத்தமாக ஒரு கோடி டன் விற்கிற இடத்துல ஒரு கடைக்காரரு எவ்வளோ விற்பார்? 2 மூட்டை அல்லது 4 மூட்டை 5 மூட்டை அரிசி தான் விற்பார். அப்போது பையருக்கும் அந்த விலையை தீர்மானம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு அதிகாரம் இல்லை, செல்லருக்கும் விலையை நிர்ணயம் செய்கிற அதிகாரம் இல்லை. மார்க்கெட்டில் என்ன விலை அரசாங்கம் வைத்திருக்கிறோ அந்த விலையை பையரும் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும், செல்லரும் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும். ஸோ we are only price takers in the perfect competition and not price makers. This is a very, very important point. In the perfect competition, we are all price takers. Whatever price is fixed in the market, we have to accept it. Suppose if you go to the shop and ask, how much is 1 kg rice? If he says, the shopkeeper says 45 rupees, you have to buy it. You cannot be bargaining there. 30 ரூபாய்க்கு தரீங்களா, 20 ரூபாய்க்கு தரீங்களா, கடைக்காரர் சொல்ல வச்சுட்டு போயிட்டே இருமான்னு சொல்லுவார். அல்லது நீங்கள் 45 ரூபாயிலேருந்து குறைக்கலன்னா நான் வாங்க மாட்டேங்க, நான் கோச்சிக்கிட்டு போயிடுவேன். கோச்சிக்கிட்டு போ விட்டுருவார். ஸோ யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் take whatever price is fixed in the market. You cannot go and bargain, or you cannot be a price maker. Price maker means you cannot fix the price. That is the first point. Next one is homogeneous product and uniform price. What do you mean by homogeneous? The product sold and bought in the market is homogeneous in nature, in the sense that the units of product are perfectly substitutionable. That is, all the products will be similar in shape, similar in size, similar in color, similar in quality, similar in everything. That is only called as homogeneous. Suppose if you are going to buy ponni rice in one shop, if the shopkeeper says, I don't have ponni rice, you will say, give me some other rice. It can be substituted easily. You will not say, rice இல்லையா, அப்போ எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு அரிசியா வேணாங்க. You can go and buy in some other shop also, okay? So they are homogeneous, and the prices are also uniform. Prices are uniform. Next one, free entry and exit. Free entry and exit. What do you mean by this? Anybody can come into this business and anybody can leave this business. In the short run, it is possible for very efficient producer producing the product at very low cost to earn super normal profit. So in this perfect competition, if the entrepreneur or if the producer is very, very efficient, he can produce the products at a very low cost and he can earn a super normal profit. What is super normal profit? Already I've explained this. You are spending 500 rupees, and if you are getting a revenue of 600 rupees, that means that you are making a super normal profit because your revenue is greater than your cost. Cost is 500, revenue is 600. So what is your profit? 600 minus 500, 100 rupees is your profit. This is only called as super normal profit. What is normal profit? Your cost is 500 and your revenue is also 500. So R and C, your revenue and cost is equal. That means you are making a profit, but that profit is a normal profit. So in the perfect competitive market, during the short period, you have to understand this clearly, girls. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand anything in the next video lesson also. This is the basic concept that I am teaching. In the short run, in a perfect competitive market, if the producer is very, very efficient, he can produce the commodities at a very low cost and he can earn a super normal profit. So, when one producer is earning a super normal profit, the people who are watching this will also try to invest in the same business. ஒருத்தர் நிறைய லாபம் எடுக்கிறாருன்னு தெரிஞ்சோடனே எல்லாரும் இந்த பர்ஃபெக்ட் காம்படிஷன் மார்க்கெட்டுக்குள்ள வர ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. When they come inside, okay, what happens when large number of firms enter? The supply would increase. Now the supply increases because initially there were 5 or 6 people only doing the business. Now 100 people are doing the same business, rice production. So the supply of rice has increased. When the supply increases, the cost reduces. காஸ்ட்னா என்னது? the revenue will reduce. ரெவென்யூ ரெடியூஸ் ஆகும்போது அங்கே என்ன ப்ராஃபிட் ஆயிரும்? நார்மல் ப்ராஃபிட்டாக ஆயிரும். ஓகே, அப்போ நிறைய பேர் உள்ள வந்தோடனே சூப்பர் நார்மல் ப்ராஃபிட் என்னதாயிருது? நார்மல் ப்ராஃபிட் ஆயிருது. இது எந்த பீரியட்ல? லாங் பீரியட்ல. In the short period, he is making super normal profit. What happens? People are now entering the industry. Now it has become a long period. So the super normal profit will disappear and normal profit only will be there. அதே மாதிரி, if an inefficient producer who is unable to bring down the cost incurs loss, disturbed by the loss, the existing loss incurring firms quit the market. If it happens, supply will then decrease, price will go up. Existing firms could earn more profit. So this is what happens. If there is more profit, more number of firms come inside. If there is a loss, the companies which are making loss will exit. So there is free entry and exit in the perfect competitive market. Next one is absence of transport cost. The prevalence of uniform price is also due to the absence of transport cost. Everywhere the price of the good is the same, 50 rupees, 50 rupees, 50 rupees, 45 rupees. So transport cost cannot be added in that. So if there is absence of transport cost, அரிசி எடுத்துக்கங்களேன், கும்மிடி பூண்டிலேருந்து வர அரிசி 50 ரூபாய். ஓகே, டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட் காஸ்ட் ஒரு 50 ரூபான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்போ 100 ரூபாய் கும்மிடி பூண்டிலேருந்து வர அரிசி. செங்கல்பட்டுலேருந்து வர அரிசி கொஞ்சம் தூர டிஸ்டன்ஸ். ஸோ 50 ரூபாய் ப்ளஸ் கூட ஒரு 75 ரூபான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, 125 ரூபாய். கும்மிடி பூண்டி அரிசி 100 ரூபாய். தாம்பரம் செங்கல்பட்டு அரிசி 125 ரூபாய். இப்போ தஞ்சாவூர்லேருந்து வர அரிசி வந்து 50 ரூபாய். ஆனால் பஸ்ஸில் கொண்டு வரதுக்கு 450 ரூபாய். அப்போ தஞ்சாவூர்லேருந்து வர அரிசி 500 ரூபாய். கேரளாலேருந்து வர அரிசி 50 ரூபாய் தான் அரிசி, ஆனால் 950 ருபீஸ் டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட் காஸ்ட். அப்போ 1000 ருபீஸ். காஷ்மீர்லேருந்து வர அரிசியுடைய காஸ்ட் 50. ஃப்ளைட்டில் வருது அரிசி 2000 ரூபாய். அப்போ 2050 ரூபாய். நீ கடையில் போய் இருக்க, மூட்டையில் எழுதி வச்சுருக்காங்க, காஷ்மீர் ரைஸ் 250, கேரளா ரைஸ் 1000 ருபீஸ், தஞ்சாவூர் ரைஸ் 550 ருபீஸ், செங்கல்பட்டு ரைஸ் 150 rupees, Gumdi Pundi rice 100 rupees. Which rice will you buy? If you are a normal human being, if you are a rational human being with knowledge, you will say Gumdi Pundi rice is enough because all the products are homogeneous. எல்லாமே ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு. இல்லைங்க, எனக்கு காஷ்மீர் அரிசி கொடுங்க, 2050 ரூபாய்க்கு வாங்கினா தான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கும், அப்படியா போய் வாங்குவோம்? No. We will try to buy the cheapest product because all the goods are homogeneous. So there is absence of transport cost. Next, perfect mobility of factors of production. Perfect mobility of factors of production. What are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and organization. So if a farmer who has a land in cultivating paddy feels that he wants to grow sugarcane, he can do it. If he wants to build a factory, he can do it. This is only the meaning for perfect mobility of factors of production. He will be a farmer. Next month he will think, ஐயோ farmer வேலையே வேண்டாம், நான் ஏதாவது ஒரு கடையில் போய் பொட்டலம் கட்டுற வேலைக்கு போகிறேன். போகலாம், தாராளமாக போகலாம். Nobody will stop him. So there is perfect mobility of factors of production. Okay. The prevalence of the uniform price is also due to the perfect mobility of factors of production, as they enjoy perfect freedom to move from one place to another and from one occupation to another, the price gets adjusted. Next is perfect knowledge about the market. Now, even if I ask you how much is 1 kg rice, you will say this 45 or 60 rupees or 50 rupees. Okay? You will not say if somebody sells 1 kg rice for 200 rupees, will you go and buy? No, you have a perfect knowledge of the market. So in the perfect competitive market, the buyers and the sellers will have perfect knowledge of the market condition. Next, here everything is happening smoothly, so the government need not intervene. There is no interference from the government because everything is happening properly. Why should the government interfere? Example is, suppose last year you were in one school, okay, maybe in Benting or some other school. சில டைம் டீச்சரே வரமாட்டாங்க, கிளாஸில் நீங்கள் மட்டும்தான் அமைதியாக இருப்பீங்க. ஓகே, அமைதியாக தானே இருப்பீங்க. சம்டைம்ஸ் கிளாஸில் டீச்சரே இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஓகே, அப்போது அந்த கிளாஸில் டீச்சர் இல்லை, நீங்கள் குவைட்டாக இருக்கீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. அந்த சைடில் போகிறவங்க யாருமே உங்கள் கிளாஸை எட்டி பார்க்க மாட்டாங்க. பிகாஸ் எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் குவைட், எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் டன் ப்ராப்பர்லி, ஸோ நோபடி வில் கம் அண்ட் இன்டர்வீன். If teacher is not there and if you all behave like monkeys, jumping from one corner to another and making all sounds, அந்த சைட் போகிறவங்க எல்லாரும் ஓடி வருவாங்க உங்கள் கிளாஸ்க்கு. ஏய், why are you making noise? Keep quiet. Stand up on the bench. Right in position. Why? Because everything is happening in a haphazard way, so teachers are coming there. Just like that, in a perfect competition, if everything is going on smoothly, why should the government intervene? So there is no government intervention. So these are the salient features of perfect competitive market. Did you understand?